Hi everybody. Today I want to talk about government and why it is force. The reason government is force is because whatever the government does has to involve force and coercion at some level. And the reason I say that is because even if it's about funding the military or a healthcare system or welfare or some infrastructure project, whatever the government's got to do, it will involve force at some level. And the reason I say that is because they have to tax the population, and tax is by definition force and coercion. That's what it is. The way taxes work is by force and coercion. If you don't pay your taxes, eventually you will get arrested, and if you try to resist, you will get shot. And that's simple. And I think this is something important for people to understand. I'm not advocating anarchy. I don't think anarchy would work. It's an interesting idea, but I really do not think it would work. But however, people need to realize what government is. And you need to also realize that government is something that is used to commit a lot of evil through wars and so on, and also to protect a lot of evil. A lot of these things, like the banking systems and corporations and all that, they're all protected by government force, and which is to say they're protected by government legislation, and they use force and coercion in order to keep this legislation in place. So people need to recognize that. And also, a lot of bad things that are coming to existence in nuclear, chemical, and biological weapons and so on, all the weapons grade stuff, all that has come through state-funded research. That's not something that you get through the free market. Anybody who thinks you get that through the free market doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. That you can only fund that kind of stuff through state-funded research, because nobody wants to pour billions of dollars into that. And nobody would have all those billions to pour anyway. So that being said, you need to, while it's important to recognize that, there's another side of the coin too, and that is that government can be used for good things too. I mean, you can use that same state-funded research to fund research for example, developing better cancer medicines and better medicines against AIDS and many different diseases out there, and to research for better types of fuels and all kinds of expensive researches that wouldn't happen in the free market. That can be done through government too. So my point being is, it's important to recognize government for what it is, but it's also important to understand that it can be used both for good and evil. Anyway, that's what I gotta say about that. Thanks for watching.